fungi are everywhere. The nice thing about cultivating mushrooms is that we can choose our preferred fungi so that we can do more foraging instead of buying. A few definitions as we move forward so that what I'm saying makes sense. Again, the mushroom is the part of the fungus that fruits out, similar to how the apple fruits from a tree. Mycelium is that underground or subterranean network of thread-like material. And then the substrate is what we're growing our mushrooms on. And then the spawn is what we move mycelium from onto fresh substrate. It's what we're infecting. And that process of infecting is called inoculation. If we don't infect the substrate with our preferred fungus, nature will fill that vacuum within a very short period of time.
Especially here.
Pardon?
Especially here.
Especially in the tropics, where the microbial activity is much more constant than in periods that have winters. So mushrooms as medicine. They also usually have the ability to ward off cancers. This is a general tincture recipe. I found it 6 ounces of dried mushrooms, put into a gallon of 100 proof alcohol, works quite well as a basic tincture. And ideally we'd be chopping up our dried mushrooms into small itty bitty pieces so that as much surface area is exposed to the tincturing process as possible.
What does heating the mushrooms or cooking them or boiling them do to the nutritional aspect of them?
Good question. Most mushrooms, but not all, need to be cooked. So it's best to cook most mushrooms to allow the enzymes in the mushrooms to be fully absorbed by our bodies. If we eat most mushrooms in their raw form, those enzymes aren't biologically available to our body. If you're entirely raw, then that person probably doesn't eat mushrooms.
But to make the tinctures, you would want to use dried, not fresh, right?
It'd be best to get out as much water as possible from the mushrooms so that there's as high of an alcoholic content coming into contact with the mushroom. Okay, continuing on. We're going to dive into some of the specific species we can grow in the islands. Shiitake is probably the most resilient mushroom to leave on a log or stump outside of all the edible and medicinal mushrooms that we can grow in the islands. They take about 2 months to grow out in total, and you can grow them on wood chips is preferable. If you have access to eucalyptus wood, that's a great substrate for growing shiitake.
Is it harder wood is better than soft?
Shiitake prefers hardwood wood. Shi in Japanese means oak, which is oak is a very hard wood.
Oh. So ohia.
Ohia it would work, as does koa. Koa is thought of as a hardwood, but it's fairly soft. Shiitake also has anti-tumor qualities, and it also helps us ward off viruses. This is a picture of some mushrooms emerging from a koa log that I grew out, and we probably got 5 pounds of shiitake off this one log. Mushrooms are a very good way to convert cellulose into a food substrate. And they also, shiitake can grow on logs for as long as 5 years, producing mushrooms every handful of months. It's more of a waiting game though. Mm-hmm. This is one picture of what oysters can look like. These are, what was this one? This is pearl oyster, similar to what you'll be growing out today. Oysters are among the most aggressive of the mushrooms. They can feed them almost any sort of material that has either lignin or cellulose, and it'll colonize it. It's again edible and also medicinal. It helps those of us who have high cholesterol lower it. and it's also able to ward off viruses and tumors. Medicinal mushrooms and edible mushrooms are good preventative medicine for us. This is probably the most common mushroom globally, and it grows on pretty much every wood type. It's so woody that it is just a medicinal, but you can put it in soups. A lot of these medicinals are good to put in soups, along with bone broth. I usually like to pair those two. Bone broth and medicinal mushrooms make a good pairing. Turkeytail is very good at warding off harmful microbes internally. It's also, in addition to being an anti-cancer mushroom, it helps ward off hepatitis C. This is a picture of a log fully colonized by Turkeytail. Usually they cover the whole log. It's pretty gorgeous too. Could you incorporate this into landscaping too? Yeah. We were talking about the woodier in the island known as Pepeiao. This mushroom, you often find them on kukui. I found them on kola, mango, at all elevations of the islands where humans inhabit. Where have you guys seen this mushroom? You guys have probably met this mushroom.
On how tree?
How tree.
Yeah,
I was told by Hawaiians it's the safest, the best eating, and just was off of the how tree.
and there's evidence that Hawaiians cultivated this mushroom. These help boost our immune systems in general. And they also, in addition to being antibacterial, they help stabilize blood sugar for diabetics and those of us who have hypoglycemia.